Alright, welcome back to another league race, this time with TTL doing... TTL doing classic cars. I always got confused between TTL and TTML, but TTML hasn't happened yet. But we're at Canada, and initially I thought the pace was actually looking pretty decent. We're in one-shot qualifying here. Pace is looking decent, but the thing is, if the pace is decent, the car was a little unstable, so I needed to change my approach for this one. So I knew that keeping the car in the right direction and not getting any penalties would be a ticket to a good result here, and ultimately that's why I wanted to prioritise. So this lap here, it's okay. I think the best time I did in TT 11.8, I think, or 11.9, that was valid. I think I did a 11.7 invalid, but I just wanted to actually, do a lap and make sure it wasn't invalidated. So that took precedence over everything else. So corner entry on some of these corners is a little bit slower just because of that. We're actually in a little decent spot here. We went purple for a second there in sector 2, so maybe things are looking pretty good. But as we come into the final chicane here, bit of understeer, I'll lose the wing, and I'll lose part of the wing, but thankfully it's near the end. But you won't flipping believe it, I missed out by half a tenth. And I'm inclined to believe that my mishap in the barrier probably cost me pole position. So a little upset about that, because I don't get every opportunity or every day to get pole position. So to actually, be that close to it. I mean, look at that, only 7 people completed a lap, but to be half a tenth, just over half a tenth behind, having had that mistake in the last chicane, was pretty rough. But look, there was I just wanted to check the last sector here as well. So 29.5, 29.4, and a 29.4. So yeah, go figure. My last chicane kind of screwed me over, but P3 could be worse. Anyways, here we go then. I'm actually going to stick this into lean to start and then go up into standard. But here we go then. 5 red lights. And away we go. It's a good little start there. Going to get a better phase of start. Actually, this was on standard. I meant to do lean. We'll do it in the second race. But Charlie here's going to be on the inside. Sean there in the lead. And I want to get down the power, but back end want to step out there. I actually did well to catch it there, to be fair. That could have ended in an absolute disaster, but we just settle into P2, having got a much better start. So perhaps if this was a longer straight, maybe we could have taken P2, but not to worry. Still in a good position in P3, but under pressure from Siege behind. I'm really just trying to feel my way around. See a couple of retirements already. I just want to feel my way through and just keep control of the back end and just settle into the race, because I have a plan. And that plan is obviously to not get any penalties, and we'll kind of go from there. I'd rather take the hit of that than push too hard and A, get penalties, or B, crash. But anyways, we got Siege. I'm going to try and go down the inside here, but he's going to have a better exit on the outside line there. And there's not really a lot I can do. He's just going to out-drag. I'm running 210 wings. Setup, I tried. It was difficult to kind of nail one down, but I eventually felt comfortable enough with the 210 wing. The big difference though was, and 7 ballast, the big difference though was sticking the rear differential to 80%. That gave me a lot more stability at the rear that I was really missing. But obviously 210 wing is quite a lot of wing to run, and I'm going to be missing out some straight line speed because of that. But lap 3, kind of guys in the front have taken off there. I knew Honey Badger, once he got by the car behind, I knew he's quick. He's a quick driver, and the fact he just put in the fastest lap there, only just shows that. But this lap 6, he's actually going to go across the grass. Not sure what happened to him. He may have been fighting with Venom, but Venom then moves up into P5, and Venom is quick. Venom is very, very quick. And lap 12, I actually held on for a good bit here. Honey Badger is actually back ahead, but yeah, holding on. You can see the front 2, you can see on the map there, are gone. Like, I really am a big cork in a bottle. This is the theme in this race. I was just a big roadblock for everyone. These cars are not the most straightforward to overtake, and my exits were good enough to the point where they couldn't really take advantage of it down this back straight. But lap 12 then, see down the inside, Honey Badger there is trying to have a look, but actually get a good run, and Chapelet helps out by kind of overtaking him and putting a bit of a buffer between myself and him. But then a few laps later, Mashiro gets through, and Mashiro was also very quick. Placed my car in the middle of the track, trying so he's not really tempted to go in or outside, and holding the thing off here for a little bit, at least for now. But yeah, lap 15 of 18, getting close to the end. I've only one warning at this stage, but Mashiro here, he's right alongside. I'm covering the inside line, make sure he's trying to defend that. I do leave him enough space, but again, he's going to have a better run on that outside line. So, but my run's not bad, but I'm running quite low on fuel, and I have been for a little bit. I started with about 0.8-ish of a lap, having, seen in Spain that, this isn't really an issue, but it's a much bigger issue here in Canada. Again, you'd be crazy to go down the inside there. My chicane exit is not great, but there's an incident in front as Venom is out of the race, and there's another car, he got collected as well. So this is automatic. This is all of a sudden going to come to a battle of P3, which again I can't really defend against Mishiro. It was Sean, actually, must have been Sean and Venom. But all of a sudden this is a battle for P3, and I couldn't do anything about it. Had my run out of chicane been better, maybe I could have, but anyways, lap 18 then, Honey Badger couldn't find a way through, so at this stage we have to hope that penalties will secure us something here. We're close enough to Mishiro that something could be done here on penalties, and it is. P3, personal best on the last lap by 8 thousandths, woo, 12.855, but pretty happy with that. I definitely will admit that my pace was not the strongest, but didn't matter, thankfully, this round. At least. Look at this, by the way. Look, can we just appreciate how much screen time I get for this podium? So I'm in the white suit on the right hand side there. Didn't really occur to me that I should maybe do something about that, but I guess I never expected to actually be on the podium. So once I leave here, I'm not coming back in shot till the very end. And all that. Look at P2 getting all that screen time as well. So sure. Look, can't be helped. But I really was a roadblock in that first race. Just a lot of cars pent up behind me. Some then fell away, some didn't. But my pace was, unlike kind of Spain, where my pace was pretty good, I thought. I was definitely above where, I finished above where I probably should have, in a sense. So 9 seconds off the race lead in the end. But yeah, you see by the lap times there, quite a few people were much quicker than me. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, look at that. Like Mishiro, Conti, Chapalele, Sean, Venom. Not to mention the guys in front as well, who are consistently 4/10 a lap quicker. But anyway, here we go then. End of one-shot qualifying for race 2. Much better lap this time. A much better lap. I felt pretty good about it. 12.2. So where's that going to put me for qualifying? I felt pretty good. P7. That was all. P7. I knew I wasn't going to get P3, or I knew I wasn't going to be close to contending for pole, unlike last time. But P7 was a bit of a surprise. But the thing with 25% races, and obviously a second one on top of that, is that you grow in confidence. And I felt much more confident in this second race. And obviously some people got that together. They sorted it out in one shot and then go. I left the fuel in this time, 2 laps of fuel, just to play so I could be enriched a bit more. But here we go then, 5 red lights. And away we go to a much better start than Maze and Charlie. And then Casper is going to be collected by Dave, and boom, up into P3. I couldn't help but laugh when I had the chance to do that. I qualified 7th. And I knew I was going to be absolutely nowhere in this race, because now that all these guys are actually ahead of me on track, I could not help but laugh that somehow I found myself back in front here. Difference is that Siege is in front, but Venom is the Ferrari, obviously this time in front, in the lead of the race. So he's literally just going to drive away, but I couldn't believe my luck. At this point, I could finally relax a little and laugh that the same thing had happened again. But this time I felt a bit more confident that I could be enriched a bit more, and we'll kind of see what goes from there. So lap 1.3 ahead of Charlie there in 4th. So yeah, we was just hoping just to keep this going. I didn't expect to finish at P3 necessarily, but looking good for now at least. So lap 4 then Charlie, then 3/10, just 4/10 behind me. So closing the gap down, but again, catching is one thing, overtaking is another, and I've proven to be a good roadblock, a legal roadblock, of course. Lap 8, 4.7 seconds. Again, so keeping the guys behind me. A bit of a train emerge. Again, this is the roadblock, This is all aboard the roadblock, the train, the chapel train, I guess is what this episode is going to be called. Actually, I don't want to put my name in the title. It's not smart. But anyways, Dave is now, lap 11, Dave is now in 4th. And at this stage, I'm feeling like, well, to be fair, a little less confident now that Dave's in front. But lap 13, again, he's close and trying to cut off his inside line. And he goes for it, and I didn't really appreciate this because the dive was a little late, but I tried to come across back in. So where is the space? Where was I supposed to race side by side without having to cut the track? And I had 2 warnings at this stage as well, so I was afraid that I could get a penalty. But yeah, a little flustered now at this stage. So Dave is gone, nothing I could do about that, and now Charlie is nothing I could do about this either. Rich mixture, and again he's going to pull up alongside a certain point where I don't want to be in this situation. He was a bit later on the break, so I gave it the position to him rather than fight side by side. And again, rough exit as well. So it was all going so swimmingly in P3, but it all fell apart on lap 13. But yeah, just the move on by Dave. Again, I was trying to see if there's anything down the inside, but nothing doing. The move by Dave, I felt it was a little late. He had opportunity to do that previous lap and didn't. Whether he just got frustrated behind me. But yeah, I didn't think he left me lost space, but I guess at a certain point down the inside, there's a certain point where I have to back out of it. So, but look, there's a few different ways you could go about it. But lap 15, Sean down the inside, just better run he's going to get. And again, I'm feeling pretty helpless at this stage. Once he's this close, again, I go defensive. I usually try and go to the middle of this track, or this straight rather, so that, you know, you can't just do this, because he claimed the racing line. And at this stage, I just don't want to get a penalty. So I saw a bit of front wing and fly off, I think, a car in front. I think Sean may have picked up damage because he didn't drive away from me at this point, as he probably should have. Lap 18, though, again, at this certain point, look at that, like, I was actually at the hairpin by the time Venom actually won this race. So just shows you how fast he was. For some reason, I was slower in this race. Like, my 12.9 was the best lap I could do, and I was running in Rich a lot more. So I'm not sure what the story was, but I was consistently a lot slower. But anyways, we're going to actually rise into P4, so I'm not too upset by that, all things considered. So, yeah, a third and a fourth, definitely a very good kind of turn of events. No penalties, then I managed to avoid that. But again, the lap time's pretty bad, much worse in comparison to the others during the first race. But there you go. That's little round number 3. Well, technically, it's round 4 and 5. Sorry, it's round 5 and 6. Of this is a little Classic Cars Championship. Next up is the last round. It's Belgium. Should be fun. Thanks for watching, and until next time.